All right, guys, today we are talking about all things self concept of me. What is this vital, emotional, personal development skill set? Why do you need it? How is it typically developed? Why did you not develop it? And like why it is one of the most important foundational skill sets you need to spend your time on no matter what your goal is money, car, vacation, love. You need this skill set. And so, what a self concept of me is, it is a deep knowing to the core of your being that you exist, that you matter, that you are significant, you are worthy of being celebrated and championed, and that you belong. That you belong in your body, and that you belong here on earth, and that you belong here in a community and with family and with support, knowing that some of you may have to create a new family other than the blood one that you were born into. Okay, because if you don't have this skill set developed, that's when you're going to get relationships that feel draining and you won't know why. You'll just know, oh, why can't I just be happy? I have such a good man in front of me. That's when you will have a hard time saying no. You might even feel pounding guilt at the thought of saying no. It's going to lead relationships to feel like, but if I'm not there helping them now in their time of need, then why would they be there to help me in my time of need? And why am I too needy right now that I can't be there for them? The problem with that, though, is that you need to start taking like inventory and stock. How many things are you doing for them, and how many things are they doing for you? Though the ideal healthy relationship is not transactional, a healthy relationship feels balanced and uplifting. Relationships are supposed to be a source of vital fuel for a person. So to give you guys proof of this, there was, forgetting the name of the study as I'm filming this, but there was a study in an orphanage, and they just had all the babies lined up. They were within a month of being born at the same time, and they just had them lined up from the front of the door to the back of the door. As a percentage as a whole, the babies further in the back of the room died more. There was a higher probability that if you were placed in the back of the room, you were going to die more than the first like 1 to 4 rows. The babies in the first rows were happier, they were healthier, they developed mentally, their brain, their emotions, their body size developed normally, and it's because they were the ones that were picked up and held from the people who would walk into the front of the room. That's human touch, that's connection, that's relationship. So what water is to a plant, vital for life, vital for staying green, vital for growing, is touch and human connection with other humans. We are a pack creature. We're not an individualistic society, structure, people, species. We're a pack species. Proof is, if a baby was born, it would die on a street. It needs someone to look after it and care for it until it can walk, until it can feed itself. In modern society, until it can like make money and pay its own bills. But you get the point. Like, we are a pack creature. We need other people to look after us. So as we get an adult, it's just easy to get isolated and alone, and I should be happy all on my own. If you don't have a developed self-concept of me, you will have a hyper-independence. You will always be putting pressure on yourself. I know that if I was truly happy, I wouldn't need them to call me back. I need to be able to go within that. That over self-reliance just means that you don't have a fully formed self-concept of me. Okay, so now let's move on to why you need to develop this. Because once it's developed, relationships are literally going to go from feeling draining, yucky, bickering, it feeling like you're either going to be fighting for your emotional needs to get met, or you won't even be tapped into your emotional needs to ask for them to get met, meaning you are always going to be living a life of drain. Once it's developed, you'll be able to like, hey, I'd like to do this. Okay, I can understand if you don't want to do this, but this is something that I need. How do we brainstorm to get it done within the safety structure of the relationship? Relationships, instead of win-lose, instead of compromise, okay, this time I'll do what you want, but next time you have to do what I want. Relationships can feel win-win. And even, you're getting a good job, a good relationship, when the people involved don't even know who's getting the better end of the deal. One example is one of my girlfriends moved into a house, and so she has a beautiful garden. She wants a beautiful garden, but she obviously can't do all the work by herself. I love to garden. I love gardening. I don't want to buy a house right now. I don't want the maintenance of a house. I don't want the responsibility of a house. I don't want the responsibility of having to maintain a house, take care of a yard. But I love doing yard work. I kept telling her, when you want to do yard work, let me know. Let me know. I love doing it. But she kept viewing it as, no, it's a burden. It's a chore. We're friends. We should just hang out and have fun. And I went, no, I don't think you understand. I personally have a need to garden. And there's nothing better than just being able to show up, help you plant your rose bushes, do a little weeding, plant the vegetables, come over and help, like tend to them. It feels like a nourishing act for me. I look forward to it. It nourishes me. I want to do it. I'm excited to do it. It's a hell yes for everyone who's in the, if it's not a hell yes, I won't do it. One problem with that mentality with a lot of people who are there, if it's not a hell yes, I'm not doing it, is sometimes you're actively suppressing your emotions. Like when a guy asks you out and you get all Twitter pin like, oh my God, this is so exciting. And then you go, oh, you push your emotion down. Relationships aren't safe. I can't feel that way. Like if it's truly meant to be, I'll still feel excited in a day or two. No, what happens in a day or two, the emotions start to fade. Just like a plant, if you don't water it every week, the leaves start to brown. So you're just not nourishing the relationship enough to keep it uplifting and enlivening and feeling like it's a source of fuel and energy for your life. Okay, so this is a developmental skill set that's formed when they're the age of 2. When kids are going through the phase where they grab something and they go, mine, 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 what they're doing, I think the term is object permanence. I'm forgetting a lot of the psychology terms right now, but you guys will get the gist of it. When a kid goes mine, they're recognizing that like, whoa, I did something with my hand, cause and effect, and I grabbed this. I did something, and this is mine. It's in my hand, mine. And it's like oh, I exist. The extension in the mental thought is I exist. I exist. I belong. If a parent, don't be selfish, or that's not yours, give that back, you go, you don't get to have that mine, I exist thought pattern. And so what I teach people in my program is how do you develop that, right? Which is a normal kind of phase when you're 2. You just grab things, you're going, mine, mine, mine. How do you develop that when you're an adult, right? So that's what I teach in my membership. And the benefit of it is, guys, is that you go from not even being able to be tapped into your emotional needs. So forget being able to ask for them. Are people always saying, tell us what you want, tell us what you need? Oh, nothing, I just need to be around you guys. Oh, nothing, family time is all I need. No, in reality, you just haven't recognized that you exist yet, and you haven't taken the time to have self-intimacy, self-love, self-getting to know yourself, to know what you want, to even be able to articulate it. And you got to ask yourself, did you come down like to live Earth meh your whole life? Which, fine. Some people did come down to, nope, I just want to come down on Earth. I want to be a UPS truck driver, delivery guy. That looks like fun. I want to get a pretty wife and just enjoy the waterfalls on the weekend. Some people came down for that life, and they're enjoying it. But you're watching this video. So that means that you came down to like be a unique spark of expansion for yourself, for outgrowing your family, the generational imprints, so that you can outgrow and live life differently than them. You guys came down for that. And so you need to develop this concept. Let's see, is there anything else you guys need to know about this concept? It's you exist, you belong. You'll feel like you belong in relationships. So you won't feel like a burden anymore either, because you are not a burden. Guys, when someone gives to you, right? When you give water to the plant, you're paying the water bill for the water. You're spending the time to water the plant. The plant is giving back life. So it's I give this is the role I play in the relationship, and this is the role I play in the relationship, and now we have a whole complete circle. When you don't have self-concept of me, it goes like this, and now instead of having a circle with energy forming between you and the other person, a source of connection, a source of hey, we're part of each other's lives, and we're improving it, and we're making it better, and we're just enjoying life together, it becomes I have energy, I'm getting what I want. You have energy, you're getting what you want. I have energy, I'm getting what I want. You have it, right? Or just why not learn how to get to know yourself so you can get into a compatible relationship where it does feel win-win, where someone who needs gardening help attracts in a friend who, I love gardening, but I don't want to go through the hassle of owning a home. Thank you. Let me come over. Right? And then she cooked me lunch afterwards. I was like, what? I wanted to do this. Like, I wanted to garden. Thank you for letting me help you in your garden. I feel so included in your life. And she was, I have to cook for you. Well, I like, you like gardening? I got to enjoy your help. I enjoy cooking. Why don't you enjoy what I do? And when I was sitting there going, oh my God, this is so good. Because she's definitely like a Martha Stewart chef. That's that friend, man. She's great. When I'm like, oh my God, this is so good, she's like, oh, thank you. I want appreciation for what I do because I love this too. Can I like tell you the different vinegar sauce I tried this week? I was like, yeah. So it's fun to see her evolve. Do you see how then when you feel like you belong and you're not a burden, it becomes this, yeah, tell me about like the cooking techniques, you know? I learn a little bit that I carry home into my life. Um, I go learn something about personal development, share it back with her. Her life gets better. She's like, whoa, look at this new way to, I don't know, roast chicken that I learned. It's this reciprocal, hey, this is me. Let me share this. Let me share me with you and you share you with me. Even if it's just your individual activities and hobbies, it's a source of expansion for your mind, for your emotions. Relationships are supposed to feel enlivening and nourishing and nurturing and uplifting and like enthusiasm. They're like a huge source of like why we came down to live life. It was to experience it together and be part of each other's expansion. Without a self-concept of me developed, relationships will never feel that way and they will always feel drowning. All right, much love to you guys. Hit me in the comments with your questions and I will come back and help you guys as much as I can.